Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Whoa. Wahoo. We're back. We took a bye week because a few of us were out of town. We were doing some other work. It's fine. We need a little bit break. But now we're back. I'm eating a peach ring, and things are great.
It's feeling very airy next to me right now.
Yeah, because
of
Leju is either asleep or very late, or dead. Yeah,
or dead. I think
he will probably show up at some point. Fingers crossed. The good news is, I hope so. There's a lot to do. Because I wrote stuff for him. The good news is, his character dipped for a little bit. So Phoenix is having a conversation with somebody. Off screen, off cam, off party. So that's fantastic. He's gone. But welcome back, chat. He's taking a nap. Yes, correct. Does anybody want to give me a few bullet points on what happened last time so that we can maybe get chat up to speed? I know we ran into a spider. There's actually some wonderful fan art of the wall suplexing said spider into a chasm.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that spider.
Fuck that spider.
Fuck that spider.
Spider in particular. Yeah. And you guys fucked it up. You really did. You guys fought a couple of undead drow that
really
pulled
did.
themselves from the wall. You guys really did. You killed a spider, which was great, and you ran into a friend of Sunder's named Kelly. You got a brief introduction, and he helped lead you guys through the tunnels. What else happened? You guys found some stuff, right?
We did.
Found the cool slime.
We found a bunch of stuff. We were wandering through the hallways after our wonderful friend Kelly came to rescue us, and we crossed the chasm,
Yep.
if you will, with a rope, and Zephrael
That was
precarious. That was precarious.
Yeah, tightrope walked and somehow crushed
could I
that
forget?
ish.
You got
Somehow.
somebody
That
got
was
a
them.
nat 1. Was it
Yeah.
the wall?
I think it was the
I saved
wall.
It
Wall's
was Wall or
life.
Lezu. It was
I
one of
remember
the
that.
two.
It was wall.
Narratively accurate wall. Making it work. Crossing the chasm, arm over arm, and you guys made it. So let me finish this peach ring. I'm sorry. It's delicious.
No, you're fine.
How big is that fucking peach ring, dog?
Yeah, cool.
Get your package.
Kelly took you to his little hideaway that is kind of nestled in the black, stony outcropping that is just beyond the harbor outside of Ibranca. It's awfully cold. There's a wonderful breeze, draft of sea air coming in as you guys have settled for the moment in Kelly's little hole that he has on the outside of the city. You also learned a fair amount about the key players, the power players in the city of Ibranca. Kelly revealed after a very tense RP, Kelly revealed some information about himself in order to gain your trust, so to speak. He revealed that his wife was murdered and subsequently had an affair with one of the council members that you guys have been learning about over the past couple of sessions that are really pulling the strings in Ibranca. And for the time being, you trust Kelly. Most of you do. I'm not sure what Phoenix is doing, but most of you guys start to trust him. There's at this point in the story, you are all at a resting point. Short rest. You already had a short rest, but I mean, if you would like to sleep here, you can. But you are in Kelly's little hideaway. There are several other smaller objectives for you, as you remember that the embalming and the ceremony to release the spirit of Baron Edo the Elder is happening tonight. The sun is actively beginning to set, and there's probably a few more hours until that actually happens. There is still the investigation going on into Baron Edo's death. The crime scene is there for you guys to look at. You guys have some special privileges to get into or around government buildings as you are honored guests and brought here for a reason. You all have your own little reasons for being here. And yeah, so what would you guys like to do? Ellie is sitting at his desk. Not sitting. He's standing at his desk with his arms, his hands on either side, poring over some papers, occasionally glancing over at his Bloodhawk companion, Lester. And he loses himself in these memos and ancient vellum and things like that they're just kind of scattered around here. Well, there are a few things of note in the chamber you guys are in. There's a alchemical table. There's a cot. There is a place for like a training dummy in the back. And there's all sorts of like remnants from when this place was used as a religious site. There was that big statue of Lolth on the back. But yeah, that's where you guys are.
There's a training dummy, you said?
Yeah, there's a training dummy in the back next to the statue of Lolth. It's about 5.5 feet. It's made of wood covered in leather and studs. Looks like it's been hit with some fairly deft instruments. Nothing quite heavy or blunt. Daggers. There's some arrows in it that are really tough to break off. But yeah, there's a dummy in the back.
Oh, is the statue of Lolth the broken one? Or is there also an Ellestrade statue in here?
The Ellestrade statue is a smaller one that is in front of the statue of
gotcha.
Lolth.
All right.
But yeah, it's the broken one is Lolth.
Okay. I'll let you guys go. Let you guys lead. I'm thinking. Got my brain. It's going.
Argentum would probably go back over to the conspiracy board and just start just going over it and trying to memorize everything, not taking any notes of their own, but just trying to memorize the faces, the names, and commit everything to memory as best they can, and is just primarily focusing on Sheriff Rochelle.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
You got it.
As you pour over these notes, they look in much better shape than the ones that Baron Edo had in his small little war room study, as it were. Yeah, most of it is here, if not all of it. Small little dossier. Oh yeah, you'll be able to recall all of this information when you need to. We won't have to roll a history check in order to remember any of this stuff.
Sweet.
Any of the council people's names and specifically, especially Sheriff Rochelle.
All right. Well, the embalming's going to be happening soon, so we should probably start making our way back there. Any objections to that? Is there anything else that we feel we need to do down here?
I don't have any objections. Kelly kind of sits up straight. That's a fantastic idea. If you guys are permitted to be in there during the ceremony, and you feel eyes looking at you specifically, Zeph. It's like as Kelly is looking over everybody, you feel his eyes kind of linger on you a little bit. It's this weird tingling in the back of your spine. If you guys are able to get in there, maybe you can learn something. His body is paramount to this investigation. And if the Lolth radicals are in charge of making sure that he releases his soul, and he puts quote fingers up, I'm worried for the integrity of the investigation. I can do as much as I can on my end. And he goes over and puts his hands on his hips and looks at this conspiracy board. I've been trying for a couple of weeks, but I'll go do my part. And if you guys want to do yours, we can meet back here tomorrow morning, or I can meet you at yours. It's up to you.
Is there something specific we should be looking for?
And Kelly laughs to himself.
Was that funny?
Unfortunately, but a little bit. I don't know anything about the religious practices of Lolth or Drow at all. I'm completely inept. So when I say I need your help, I need your help. This is... And he looks at a picture on his desk. This is very important. and it would mean a lot to me. Beyond that, some of you are here in order to help with that investigation, Argentum.
Yes.
So, yeah, he walks over to this big, the big view of the crashing waves and the foam that kind of lists its way in, just like maybe to your souls. We're gonna find out who did this. It's one of those people. 100%, no doubt in my mind.
This list. Is this that specific information you have that will, without a doubt, exonerate the Reformed Church of Loth?
Yes, it will, but I can't. In order to maintain the bargain, I can't tell you what it is until we secure this. Is that okay?
We'll see.
By discovering who murdered Baron Edo, I promise you it will exonerate you and your people and the church you came from. And, you feel eyes on you, Zeph, in a way that you haven't felt in, I'd say, about a month. And everybody else sees... Hold on, I have to roll some dice. Give me a sec. Let me grab... where's my dice? Hold on!
Scrambles to find dice.
Okay, I got him. I got some good dice here. Okay.
What am I feeling, DM? What am I feeling?
You're feeling almost as though you were being poked or prodded in the back of the neck,
Stop.
the base of your skull, and Kelly kind of squints, and everybody sees this. Kelly squints and says,
Yo, my bad. Sorry, I guess.
"Oh, there he is!
There he is.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Were you sleeping? Were you eeping?
No, I wasn't. I was running.
Okay. Oh, you were running.
I was running back
Oh.
home.
He was running. Okay, well, welcome back. We are currently in Kelly's little hideaway. You are off having a conversation with an NPC, I imagine. But okay, thank you for coming. He's here, guys.
He made
What
it.
up?
Boy.
He made it. All right. But yeah, you feel this this white heat kind of just gently prodding at your the base of your skull. Feels like 5 or 6 little needles, right? And you guys see Kelly squint and look Zeph up and down. Yeah, wherever you came from, this will help.
I feel insulted and harassed by your gaze. Stop.
I stopped.
Close your eyes. Turn around. I turn around, actually.
Wall's gonna
Still walk
Wall's gonna
away.
position himself between Kelly and Zephrael.
It's okay, big guy. I'm not a threat. Unless you think I am.
Wherever you came from, what is that supposed to mean?
I mean, I know
Kelly
he has
smiles.
a sharp gaze, but come on now.
Kelly smiles.
Then Wall just regards him in silence.
Okay. And he looks back at Zeph. I'm not a threat. I'm just curious. He does the the smile where you just kind of pull at your cheeks and there's no teeth or anything like that. He's like, yeah, okay.
Well, I have no objections to being there for Edo's release. However, I am curious about the one who stepped away and would like him to accompany us before we leave.
Yes, we will need many people if we are to take the body and come back here with it.
That's
I-
not the plan.
Don't think that's wise.
Yeah, I don't think
big
we're
guy.
taking the body, are we?
No, this
That-
requires a delicate touch. Yeah? I know you're probably like, that's not your thing. But we have to do this subtly.
Subtly and as legally as possible.
As legally as, looks at Sunder, as possible.
Hey, subtly and legally are not words in my vocabulary, Kelly. You know that. But I'm
I
trying my
said
best.
as possible.
And I have said this before, but traveling on the surface now that the old drow know you are here, and know you've seen things. You remember those humanoids that were kind of strung up to the wall? A couple hundred of them.
The ones that tried
Well-
to bite me?
Yeah, the ones that tried to bite you. Kelly pours over a few scrolls, a couple of books. He finds one book that's like bound in this like black and brown leather. It's got some purple like amethysts on it, and he opens it up and starts to flip to a couple pages. He puts it down and turns it around and shows it to whoever is in front of the table. So Wall, Zeph, who probably can't see what's going on, and
Argentum looking over his shoulder.
Thunder. Okay, cool. And he shows it to you guys, and he points to a picture. And it's several pictures. It's several like figures. Figure 1, figure 2, and then figure 3. In figure 1, there is an upstanding male drow. He's got armor on. He's smiling. He looks. It's just like, you know, the scientific depiction of the optimal male drow. In figure 2, he's dead.
Whoa!
And in figure 3, he has been webbed up against the wall with like, you know, webbing everywhere. There's some minor descriptions of what's happening, and Kelly points to it and says, "These are. Do you know what a drider is?"
Do I?
Everybody, roll an intelligence check,
Woo!
or rather, a history check. Sorry, which
You-
but history check.
This
He's
is
gonna-
probably going to be a bad roll.
17.
Choose
I
Minus
don't
one.
know.
4.
What did you say to
4.
roll?
a history check.
Is-
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My real life intelligence is 0. Okay,
Oh.
history.
I'm fucking
Beautiful.
stupid as shit.
18!
Hey, yo! Let's go! That makes sense.
Grizz and Argentum, obviously, you can't see Zeph. You can't see what Kelly is showing the group, but you can definitely you understand the word drider, and you know immediately what that is. That is a disgusting abomination of drow that have been, you know, enslaved or murdered in ritual sacrifice, or done to ascend, those who are very, very devout believers of Lolth, done to ascend closer to her as an entity. And
Ugh.
it really does dawn on you, because you didn't see a whole lot of what was going on. You just kind of like, you know, through tactile investigation, you know, there's web here, this thing's biting me, that kind of thing. But it dawns on you that all of those were driders incubating. There was probably, Argentum, you recall there was probably 75 to 100 of them that were
Good God.
incubating and vibrating on the walls. They were down below you, they were above you. You interacted with maybe 4 or 5 of them, but they were encasing this entire chasm. And Kelly says, "We have about a week until they hatch."
Oh, we can't destroy them while they're not birthed?
I've tried.
Oh, no.
There are cultists that will come and defend them. It's not like they can't communicate with their hive mind, whatever it is. They
Were
bring
those
help.
The ones I heard doing a ritual.
Correct. I scared them away. Evidently, their belief in Lolth was not worth their life.
How does the church feel about this practice of dryad
church?
in yourself? Yeah. my church.
The Reformed Church views it as a kind of sacrifice. It's not necessary. It's if you believe yourself to be that close to Lolth, she will grant you the rank of Drider, which includes this kind of transformation, right? But it's more regarded as a like a soldiering rank. Like you become a knight, right? You become a paladin, right? This is a kind of like a holy endeavor, and there's no real evil behind it. It's more of a, you know, like being given a medal, or, you know, getting your in Christianity, like getting your Christian name. You know what I mean? This is a ceremony that you can elect to do, and it's not mandatory in order for you to be, a believer. And your church doesn't do ritual sacrifices. Your church doesn't do you don't enslave drow or
We're based.
lower. Yeah, you guys are pretty based. You guys are the good drow, for lack of a better term. But you know that throughout history, Driders were the shock troops of Lolth's army.
Mhm.
They are terrifying. When you become a Drider, you kind of lose some of your mental faculties. You lose a lot of what made you a unique person, and you merge into this throng. They are ruthless. They are incredibly strong. You guys probably wouldn't. You've seen them in action. You guys not necessarily seen them, but you've experienced them in action. You probably wouldn't be able to take one on as a group.
Yeah. Kelly, these cultists, do you know what specifically they refer to themselves as?
I do. Let me check this here. They are where's the fucking book? I had a book here. They are, well, at least the ones here are members of the Saladrin.
Right.
And you learned what the Saladrin were last session. They are a kind of, I guess, mercenaries. They're blades for hire for anybody who worships Lolth. If you have the money, if you have the clout and the political sway, you can hire Saladrin to be your dedicated knights as if you are under Lolth. They don't follow anybody else, but if you are associated with Lolth, they may consider, depending on the price, they may consider working for you.
So, okay. And he said we have a week until they all hatch?
There's a week until they hatch, correct. There
We
is
have bigger problems oncoming.
and he kind of tries to calm everybody down. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot of time, but before now, I didn't have you guys. I think we can take it. I think we can make this work. But the first step, at least now, is finding out who murdered Baronetto. And from there, we might be able to find a way to take out everyone at once. If not, they will hatch. They will take over the city, and they will kill as many people as they can.
A good plan might be trying to inspect the body if we can, or ask people about it, anyone who has embalmed it or anything of that sort. Because if we can find any traces of any kind, it might lead us back to one of these people, and they'll gesture to the conspiracy board.
It's a very good idea, Argentum. Zeph, you know the most about all of this.
I sure do.
I implore you to take point, if you can.
It is true. If anyone's going to get close to the body,
It's gonna be you. And Kelly looks outside and he sees that the sun is setting, and Lester kind of perches on a rock as a wave crashes once more and starts to spill into the room. Lester squawks, and Kelly says, "Oh, I gotta go. There's something that requires my attention." And you see a scroll on his desk start to glow. He grabs it and puts it in his shirt. I'm so sorry. I gotta get out of here. And he runs around the desk, runs out, and looks at the outcropping and says, "I'll meet you at the White's Rest tomorrow morning."
White's
That's
Rest.
sweet. And Kelly jumps out on the rocks, and you can see him sort of agile, deftly moving around the rocks, and then goes up to the left and continues on into where you cannot see on the Black Rock, and you are left alone in Kelly's and Sunder's hidey hole.
So what now? We go to this ceremony, or
I think that might be the best course of action.
It's the best starting point.
You were told in the beginning by Tyrael that the ceremony itself would take place in a place called the Far Tower. Far Tower is Sunder. You would know that Far Tower is a kind of like creepy part of the city. It's like a dilapidated ancient part of the city that no one but like religious fanatics or you know, bandits and thieves kind of hang out. They don't really care. It's scarred by magic on the ground, in the air. It's volatile, it's wild, and the only people who can really kind of control it and move it around are the cult of the old drow. And they're the ones that kind of have domain there, so whatever they say goes. However, you guys have been invited, so it's heavily guarded. It's immensely private, but you guys are honored guests, and as long as you flaunt that, you think you'll be okay.
we just get good vibes?
You'll get good vibes, I guess. You guys have to make your way there first, which will take about 90 minutes. And there is a like, not necessarily a set of stairs, but there is a like slick ramp that's just outside of Kelly's like overlook that leads you. It'll take about 15-20 minutes, but you'll get back to the harbor and where you guys started. If you guys would like to go that way, obviously you can go back in the tunnels. You can do whatever you want. You can investigate the hollow a little bit more. But you are on a small time crunch just to facilitate the plot.
Yeah, I'll start to head over to that little tunnel that exits back to the surface. That's what you said, correct?
Yeah.
And just offhandedly, someone should at least let the other one know that we're leaving. Not me, though. I just start to...
Phoenix, what's going on with you?
Okay.
What do you want to? How you want to do this?
Okay, so I will, during this time, the whole time, I will be walking around in the previous areas. Probably just, you know, poking around a little bit.
Sure.
Looking at some of the things.
Do you want to make an investigation check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
If roll 20 would roll. Not to be like that guy complaining about roll 20.
There's still some stuff back there. Yeah.
My character sheet is, investigation, correct?
Yes, investigation check.
17.
17. Okay. So with a 17, you're able to find a couple of things. You found a crate that was kind of tucked away in the corner of that machinery room that was opened, and inside you see these almost look like oranges. The skin is like the texture of oranges. It's this like weird dimpled, kind of taut, almost rubbery skin, but it is this very pale gray off-white color. You know these fruits to be gray tart. They are gray tart trees grow wild all over the place in outside of Ivbranca and all over Lolthlorian. It's kind of like the national dessert. A lot of desserts are made with gray tart. A lot of, it's mainly it is consumed for its rejuvenating properties. And this is a whole crate of it. If you've eaten one before, and when you tear it open, it does have the same innards as like a lemon. It kind of tastes like a combination of lemon and orange put together, but the inside is very pale and white and clear.
Just like take a bite out of one.
You take a bite out of one. The peel, the outside does not taste very good. It's a little bit bitter. But you kind of masticate through that, and the inside is it is tart. It is tart, and it's kind of got this like straight neutral flavor, but it's definitely a little acidic. And you have let me see.
Love when I masticate.
You have advantage. You have advantage on perception checks for the remainder of the day.
Let's go. Okay, in that case, I'll use the advantage, and I'm gonna look for a place that is somewhat secluded.
Okay, cool.
Perception. Right?
Yeah, perception check. Hold on, I am ordering dinner.
I'm glad I used
We
that.
came in
'cause I
with the phone. Ooh, the Pacific Chicken Katsu Bowl. Yes, please.
Ooh.
All right.
Kelly's just ordering food.
Sorry,
and
what did you
opening
say,
them.
Kelly? No, I'm
It was delicious. This was delicious. Okay, so you have advantage on perception checks, and it definitely helps you out. This great tart, you kind of like, you're walking around this back area, musing a little bit. You pull out a great tart, you take a bite out of it, and you're like, okay, all right. So you find a little bit more of a secluded place. It's back in the library. It's relatively, the sound is relatively damp. All the bookcases are kind of absorbing everything. This seems pretty secluded. It doesn't even seem like there's creatures or anything lurking around. It just seems dead. There's not even, you can't even hear rats or bats or anything like that. It's silent.
Okay, perfect. In that case, I think this is where I will do my thing. I'm gonna put my hand up to my ear.
Okay.
And wait a second till I hear the, specific noise that lets me know that it's working.
You hear what sounds like this weird crystalline static. It's not like a TV static or anything like that. It's sharper, and it pierces through your temples, through to the other side. It's not painful, but there's definitely a lot of pressure there as you put your hand up to your ear, and you hear, hello? Oh, it's you.
Hey, it's me.
Yes? And how goes the investigation?
Found the underground of this city area, and
Ah, yes, the old city. It's full of ancient magics. Could find anything interesting to me.
ran into huge spiders. Some guy
That's part of the course.
says he's investigating the death.
Some guy.
Trying to
Explain.
recruit a couple of us for this sort of, I don't know, detective mission. Something.
He's trying to find out who murdered Edo.
That's true. And he thinks we want to, too.
What's his name?
Kelly.
Hmm.
Ring any bells?
It might. I'll have to do some
Thinking-
investigating of my own. However, you're currently besieged.
I think it's
So-
worth it.
I think it's worth it. I think you should follow this lead, investigate this Kelly. Find his weak points.
Consider it done. And I'll just cut the connection.
And it's gone.
All right, and then with that, I'll make it all the way back. But take my time strolling through.
You stroll through. You see that Zeph is kind of just on the outskirts of the little hollow. The salt spray and the sea air is wafting in. It's quite nice. And Zeph is on their way out. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I think
Wall's
I'd
following
prefer
behind
to
Zeph.
follow.
Okay. Cool. So Zeph and Wall, as you guys are exiting this, I need you guys to make dexterity saves. It's very
Wait, what?
slippery.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. These waves have been crashing against this like stone for ages. It's ancient. There is like stairs there, so it's not going to be a high DC, but it's a little slippery.
Okay, 9.
The DC was
some
10.
goofy
Going off
fuck
on my
shit.
own.
Let's go.
I walked a tightrope, and now I don't need wall at all. I'm out.
You
You
Zeph,
said there was a
kinda-
ramp. Easy.
You peer out, there is a ramp, you get a couple of footholds in, you're like, this isn't that bad, but you didn't see this rogue wave coming out of nowhere, and slaps against the rock, and you slide down the stairs back to where you started, and Wall is kind of looking over you as you slide back the 10 feet that you progressed, and you will take
I did an ouchie. God damn it.
you'll take 3 points of cold damage.
It's freezing.
Do you need help, Zephrael? I can carry you up the stairs.
Aw.
Yes. Yes, you can absolutely carry me up the stairs.
What, do I have to roll something to do that?
I mean,
I
no,
probably
you're
weigh like
Jack, dude.
25
Yeah,
million.
I'm huge.
You're huge, and you rolled a 16, so you are pretty much able. There are rogue waves coming constantly, but they just wash over you as though you are a boulder that is progressing up this ramp. It takes about 10 minutes, but you and Zeph are back where you started, outside of the like harbor storage area. The door is still open to where you guys were. There's no one really around, or at least there's people, 30 to 40 feet off, in the traffic, but nobody's peeled away. It's just you guys.
All right, yeah.
Once we get
I think we'll wait till everybody catches up and we'll head to the same place.
Okay.
Well, Sunder, what do you say?
I say that we follow him. It's, going up that ramp is a cakewalk for most people who know how to go up it. Plus, it'll lead us
Any
right back to
advice?
where we were. Any advice? Watch your step.
You might have to give this author a hand.
With pleasure.
We should collect Phoenix first, though.
We definitely should. He's been gone for quite a long time. Can't imagine what he's doing. We basically found everything in the tunnels anyway, so I don't know what he's doing.
He seems the type to try to be mysterious. He doesn't exactly succeed at pulling it off, in my opinion.
No, not quite.
You see Phoenix at the end of the chamber, kind of pull back this red curtain as he enters.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Oh,
You
friends
guys already
came back.
left?
Well,
I only took a walk for like 10 minutes.
Zeph and the wall decided to go ahead of us, but we decided to sit back and wait for you to come back.
Oh, I mean, I really appreciate it. Sorry about that. I'm just, taking a quick little stroll to clear my head.
Taking a shit in the corner.
You don't gotta tell my secret, DM.
Yes.
I was
I'm
in
sure
the
it-
corner for quite a while. It was
I
the
messaged
lemons,
you
man.
that in confidence.
There's the lemons, man.
Run right through you.
Well, we were given a couple options. We can go that way, and Sunder points towards the ramp. We can go up this wave-weathered ramp that'll lead right back to the harbor, or we can go back through the tunnels, and, well, we all know what's in there. So,
We should
what would
probably
you like to
go
do?
the same way as Zephrael and the wall, just to stay together, I guess.
Oh, they already left, huh? Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
go
no,
the-
they already took off. It sounds like Zeph was having a little bit of trouble.
You did hear a small shriek coming from the overlook.
Oh, fuck!
Wow!
Okay. Lead the way then.
All right.
Okay, which one goes first? Out the sea foam spray stair.
I think I'll go first. I think Sunder will.
Okay,
That's a good
Sunder,
idea.
you've done this before, so you get advantage on your deck save.
Hey,
you.
yo!
Wow.
Let me
This
see.
guy's insane.
Now, how the fuck?
You can just roll
Let's see it.
twice, or you can roll with advantage depending on how you set up your character sheet.
Shit, I'll roll twice then, because I don't think I have advantage set up yet. 8.
Okay. Oh, thank
Okay.
you. lucky. All right, cool. Yeah, you get out there, and even against the salt spray, you manage. You know where the rocks are on the far side, so that you can like duck behind them and let the wave crash over you as you go up. Very live and efficiently. You guys see Sunder come up and unscathed, dry, ready for action.
I love how you said you're gonna help Argentum up and then just dip.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, no, it's fine.
Argentum, what are you gonna do? You're relatively alone in here, so if you have any other clandestine things you would like to get done, you can do it now, or
This is the time to steal all the books.
Search
you make them wait. Yeah.
I'm just gonna head up the ramp. We'll come back
Okay.
here eventually.
Hmm.
Make a raw deck save.
Oh, deck save. That's a 13, baby.
You managed to get up. A couple of waves kind of crash against the wall and come down over your legs as they descend the ramp and the stairs. It gets a couple pieces of your clothing wet. It's a little uncomfortable, but You get up unharmed, and you meet everybody else. You're not soaked, but it looks like you've seen a little action.
A little bit.
All right. So the only one left is Phoenix. What do you
All
decide
right.
to do?
I'm gonna walk up to the ramp and say, "Oh yeah, you know what? Seems easy enough."
Okay, give me dex save. Oh shit!
Yo!
Holy crap!
What a way to
Yeah,
waste
natural 20.
That's
Back
Sea
right.
warp up there.
up the ramp.
And you go backwards up. You do a backflip. No,
Do a cool flip.
you do the same thing that Sunder does, but you didn't have to learn that. You just kind of through your tracking and your combat experience, you're able to find cover from the horrendous and massive waves of the North Sea, and you get to the top unscathed, perfectly fine. It looks like you just like walked out of the door. There was no issue going up, and you're all
I do
here.
like a stupid little flourish, you know.
Your cape flaps in the wind.
Next time, do it with your eyes closed.
Sunder's just clapping at Phoenix. Nicely done.
Yeah, there's just a guy 40 feet away going like, "Wow, that was awesome!"
Whoa!
Whoa!
Random
And
drow dude.
everyone clapped moment. That's crazy.
And everyone clapped.
Everyone clapped.
So you guys are outside. You're outside the storage area. Remember, and you guys remembered this when you got pretty far in. There are 2 storage units that are yours.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you
I
entered the right
forgot.
one
Forgot
first.
about that.
Would we be able to estimate that we have the time to go check the other one, or is it like
I don't know. You know what's in it.
All
I
right.
do a tertiary glance and see what time we have left.
You have
and
advantage on
we're there.
perception checks for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah. Are we like under a time crunch now or something?
Yes, we're going to the ceremony.
Oh, that's right.
The final send off for the Baron.
Guess we could
I
take a quick
definitely
peek.
need to be there. So
What exactly was it located?
It's
Is
in
it
the
just
far
beside it?
tower.
Oh.
Far tower, which is like a section of the city that is dangerous for people that aren't either like devout followers of Lolth or just ne'er-do-wells, evil people, bandits, degenerates, the dregs of society.
Okay.
The Baron and his nephew were both drow, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
So, I remind everyone that we do have a second. What is it called? The thingy where the box with the thing in there?
Storage unit.
Yeah.
The storage container. But I don't have time to do both. And we have to go. Argentum? Yes. Argentum and I, and Wall, because Wall is carrying me all the way there, have to be there in order to inspect the body and do some investigating. Do a little bit of Herlock Domes. You know that one?
Herlock
That book?
Domes.
Are
Sherlock
you
Holmes?
serious?
Never heard of it.
You're talking to an author.
Yes. Anyways, I'm suggesting that maybe we split for a few hours. Before
You said
someone
half
goes to that
this-
container and then steals everything.
I mean, it's under lock and key, no?
I don't know.
I mean, we got
You have the
other
key.
ones for these, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we have the key. It's under lock and key. We
Oh.
are
Key-
the key holders.
You have the key, yeah.
I have a feeling. Plus, there was that one guy that just suddenly disappeared.
Which we should
Alistair?
Definitely, yes. I'm sure if we speak to, is it Tyrael? Is that his name?
Tyrael, yeah.
Tyrael. Thanks, bro. I'm sure if we speak to Tyrael, we could find out where he lives if we are concerned.
What if the storage container just suddenly blows up?
Somehow, I doubt that.
Wait, hold
You
on. If it blows
seem-
up while we're there, that means we're gonna be in it.
No, it would.
It'd be safer for me to not be in the container.
Not that hard.
How about we just open it up, take a quick
You can
look,
just-
if it's,
Just open it
anything
up. You
crazy.
got the key.
We're close to it, right?
Yeah, you're right in front of it.
We're, like,
You're like
right
20
there.
minutes
So
from it.
dumb. I thought we were like somewhere else entirely. We traveled
No,
underground.
you got spat up where you were. You
This
you
is
were
the-
underground. You
Oh
were
my
deep
God,
underground
this
for a while.
conversation is
but-
useless. Okay, let's look at the second one real quick.
This is the real reason he made the character blind.
Oh, that's funny. I guess that tracks.
Where are we?
So yeah,
You're supposed to know we're standing right next to it.
Yeah, there's a giant wooden door. It's just like the same one. A large wooden door, kind of opens like barn doors. And the lock is there. You guys have the key. Would you like to open it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Then we'll find door number 2.
You open the lock. You open the wooden doors, iron banded doors, and on the inside you have a 10 by 10 stone wrought room, same as the one before. And there's just a bunch of stuff in here. There's furniture, there's crates, there's boxes, there's a little umbrella case. There's let's see, I gotta crack this open because this is from session 1. Let me go find these notes. There we go. Okay, cool. There's books, there's bottles of wine, there's lots of chests and crates and things like that. It's a storage unit. You guys are gonna have to go in there and look around to see.
Yeah, I'll go in there, start feeling around just real quick. I want to specifically try and feel around for anything magical without using detect magic, if that's possible.
Okay, you have to get real close to it if that's the case. I'll make you. You can do a once around, yeah, and then I'll have you do an Arcana check.
Sure.
Sounds good. So I'll also take a look around while they're...
13. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
So it's dark. Obviously, you can't really see anything, but as you reach out with your heart and your soul and the essence of the magic that you use, it's very hard to do without actually invoking and casting a spell. But you've managed to get a very faint signature, in what looks to be an oak roll-top desk in the far left of the as you walk in the far left of the building itself. The oak top or the roll-top desk itself there's like this green writer's tablet on it for writing on a smooth surface. There are a couple of books there as well. There's a dried up ink well. There looks to be some sort of it's weird. It looks like there was a bird cage here with a bird that was in it. There's feathers in it, but you're not quite sure why that's there. And then the magic signature you're getting is actually inside the desk itself in a drawer.
All right. I'm gonna just can I investigate if this thing is going to explode when I open it?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
That way I can say I told you so.
Just hear it ticking.
What was that?
An
I got
8?
An 8.
This is. I mean, if it was a trap, you'd be more likely to discover a magical trap. Doesn't seem like there's any sort of magical trap here.
Okay. There's more books over here and a cage that has feathers in it, and I open up the drawer to this desk that's magical.
Okay. You open it up, and there's paper in there, but there is a very, very faint, because it's really dark in here. There's a very, very faint arcane glow that you can see through your lack of vision. It's there, and it's underneath of a few papers. Do you reach for it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You reach out, and you feel this cylindrical object, and as you start to fiddle with it in your hands and tactily move it around, it feels like some sort of... It's a ring. It's shorter than a tube. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a plain iron ring. There's etchings on the inside, and but it's very faintly glowing with magic.
The one.
What do you have over
My
here?
It's gonna, dude, I mean, I'm just gonna put it on, really.
You put it on?
Yeah.
You feel like...
Why would
feel
you
kinda
leave something cursed?
Yeah, you put it on, and a very soft, warm, wave washes over you, and then a colder wave washes over you, and you kind of feel like you got an hour of sleep or a cup of coffee. It wakes you up a little bit. You're just like, oh, okay, you feel a little bit better.
It's nice. All right. Well, I've chosen my gift. I'm done.
Okay.
Wait, what?
All right, cool.
Play
That's
around
fine.
with
Does
it.
anybody else investigate anything in
Yeah,
here?
I'm-
Yes,
I'm-
I would
I'm
like
looking
to
at
look
Would you like to reach your
around
hand in the
for-
dentist's treasure chest and pull out your prize? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I want my
Okay.
sticky hand that'll get gross real quick.
Yeah, your sticky hand will get gross in the car on the way home.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would
Uh,
like to, guys, make an investigation
yeah.
check. If you were actually going in there.
Yep, I'm gonna
Okay,
do just a cursory look around to see, get a lay of what we've got in total.
Okay,
21.
so 21, and Argentum, you got a 14.
Yee.
Okay,
Wait,
cool.
Is it investigation or perception?
It's an investigation check, yeah.
Oh my bad.
Let's see what I got. Okay.
MB. That's the wrong roll then.
Okay, well, we'll start with Phoenix. You go in, you look around, and it looks like there's all sorts of cobwebs everywhere. It's dark. It's kind of hard to see, but as the light comes in and just the right beam hits a crate that has been kind of jarred open, and you go over to look inside, and there's something shining. It's reflecting the light. It's coming out. What do you do?
Oh, if it's shining, who am I to, if it's a beam of light that comes through the door, shining specifically on this one crate, and inside this one crate there's an object that is glowing, who am I to deny him, I don't
It's
want
the
to
object itself. Upon upon further investigation, the object itself isn't glowing, but it was catching the light in just the right way that it shone on this object, and then as you push the lid of this crate off, it begins to bounce to the rest of them, and you get a better look at what's inside. There's like 4 pounds of silver bars.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, this is just like trade bars. This is like, what you would give somebody to like buy a ship or a wagon or something like that. This is silver, and this is like good silver.
I'm gonna just hold one up to the rest of the group. I'm gonna say,
Okay. It's a pound. It's
Yeah.
It feels like a pound of bag chips or something like that. It's fairly light, but yeah, it's got the seal of the city on the underside. It says it weighs 1 pound on the front. There's a couple of other etchings in Elvish on it. But yeah, this is 4 pounds of silver trade bars.
I bet you can't wait to, split these a couple ways. There's be a lot of crates of these.
Yes, I believe splitting it would be best.
We're just gonna put it back in and close it.
Okay. You're not gonna take it with you?
Nah, no, I'm not gonna take it with me.
Okay.
Me carrying around like a whole fucking bar of silver
Sure. I mean, it's
across the town.
D&D. I've seen
Shove it
people
in your
carry around
boot.
weirder shit.
It's only
You wanna take
4
a dragon's
pounds.
fang?
Is that a bar of silver in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Fuck.
I'll carry them.
Hey, you can be my guest.
And you got Argentum. You got a
14.
14. Okay, cool. Let me grab some notes here. Where is it? Okay, cool. So you look around and you find where's my note? Okay. You look around and you find just a bunch of like correspondence between businesses, local businesses. There's trade interactions. You have purchases and sales. You have like payroll papers. But like something that stands out amid all of the like humdrum, boring like numbers stuff is this very like it's on black like parchment, which itself is kind of strange, and it has the same seal that you guys got your original letters in to your summons here, but the seal is broken, and it lays kind of unsealed, I guess, on the desk that you guys found that ring in.
Yeah, Argentum would pick it up and read it. Absolutely.
Okay. You pick it up and you read it, and it's been marked up by ink pen. It's got gold lettering on the black parchment itself, and it says in. Do you speak Abyssal?
I might. Let me check, because I speak like a billion fucking languages.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I figured of all people to pick this up, you probably would.
Arjuna puts the poly in polyglot.
Yeah, there it is. Zing.
Let me check my actual character sheet, because I know I wrote it down somewhere.
Zing.
I speak Abyssal, too bad I can't read.
I
Bazinga.
don't!
You don't speak Abyssal?
I speak Common, Quarry, Elvish, Infernal, Sylvan, and Goblin.
No. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
It is in Abyssal. It's relatively short. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 5 lines. The lines are very spaced out, but this looks like some sort of proclamation. The assemblage of words is a missive that is sent to a lot of people. But yeah, you can't really read what it says. You can try and maybe parse some things by like doing an intelligence check or something like that to maybe find out a word or two. Sure.
Yeah,
you would
if
like
I
to.
can
Or you
try
can
to work
you
through
can
it.
you can ask
and-
your party as well. I'm sure somebody will be able to help you in some way. But if you would like to do it
Invent
yourself, you
Braille
can.
and we'll talk.
Invent Braille. Okay. Did you get 10?
I got a 10.
Okay.
It wanted to be a 1.
The text on this page, it seems very aggressive. It's written in a very like. It feels like as you're reading it, you feel like you're being assaulted. It's like reading German. It's kind of hard to like not hear this in your head in a very almost in a chant or in some harsh consonants and languages. Very guttural. You hear it as you're speaking it out loud. You don't know what these words mean, but you're able to find one because Kelly had kind of mentioned this before, and it says Saladrin. There's the word Saladrin in here once. Oh, and you also notice you got a 10 on your intelligence check looking at it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You know that this kind of paper is called drow-drawn vellum. And it's an enchanted paper that whatever is written on the paper, it urges the reader with sincerity that whatever is written there is 100% true.
Oh, good.
But you can't read it, so...
Yeah. Do any of you speak or read Abyssal by any chance? We have some drow-drawn vellum here.
Abyssal sounds pretty scary, right?
I unfortunately can't read it.
No clue.
I'm gonna say yes in Abyssal and just sound like demonic speech.
Yeah, it's like...
And then be like, but if it's something you want me to read, then no.
This is crazy.
Unfortunately,
You're also learned.
You can speak it, but you can't read it?
Context clues.
I mean, he's blind, so I mean, no.
I made out one word, Saladrin, but that's all I could.
I had to say it.
Oh no.
Wonderful.
Hey, Sunder, can you make
Helpful.
a perception check for me?
Sure.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay.
Party can read but can't see.
You got a 9. Okay. You look around at the people behind you. Everybody seems to have been giving you some space. Like 20, 30 feet away from you is the hustle and bustle. This is kind of tucked away behind a rock. There are people moving back and forth, but you notice that like 1 or 2 people aren't moving, and they're just kind of milling about in front of these buildings, but they stop moving. After about a minute, they pace back and forth, and then they stop moving.
They're gonna blow it up.
What?
Oh my
Sunder
god!
sees this,
Sorry, that was me out of character whispering.
and there's like a throng of like every minute 20 to 30 people walking past them. You know, of all races, creeds, and colors. It's quite a menagerie of people.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Inclusive.
Am I able to investigate further, or am I?
Yeah, make an investigation check. You've seen
Okay.
these people.
Okay.
18.
18. Damn.
Oh yeah. Once you've noticed these people and you get a better look at them, they're looking at you. And as soon as they see that you see them, they stop moving and they just stare at you. They have the hoods up. These like deep purple and blue hoods. One is wearing purple, one is wearing blue. And they just kind of sit there staring at you guys. You specifically, Sunder, at this point.
Does everybody else see them, or
What in
is
the
it just
hell?
me who sees them right
I mean,
now?
you see, everybody else is worrying about some words on a piece of paper right now.
Hey, not to alarm anybody, but we have two figures kind of standing there staring at us. They're kind of just standing in the crowd. Multiple people passing by them, but it's just these two just staring directly at me.
Argentum will
Standing in-
pocket the vellum and then just walk out very casually, very confidently, just walk out of the storage unit towards the people.
Okay.
I'll
Wall's
follow.
gonna look to where Sunder's pointing and see if he can actually see the same hooded figures.
Yeah, after Sunder points them out, there's no real like check needed or anything. After Sunder points them out, it's quite obvious that these people are just standing and staring at you guys. They were moving. Sunder noticed they were moving it at one point, but once Sunder noticed them, they stopped. And they're just standing there outside of a building while dozens and dozens of people pass in front of them.
You said they were wearing purple robes, like the
One's wearing purple and one is wearing blue, the deep, deep blue.
Is it?
And they have their hoods up.
I mean, before I come outside, I'm gonna just yell out to the others, like standing and staring casually or aggressively.
Kind of peek behind the rock. It doesn't look like they're walking towards you, right? They're just standing there. They're staring at you.
It's not really aggressive. It's just creepy. They're wearing hoods.
Yeah.
Not really
see-
figure it out.
As you
see
guys are
that
milling
now.
this about, the purple one looks to the blue one, nods, and the blue one disappears in a puff of gray smoke.
Oh.
Oh.
That was not normal, I think.
I don't
Yeah.
think so, big guy. I don't think it was.
Listen, we can either go and walk up to them and ask
I
them
was
if
just
there's
going
a
to go
problem,
talk to them, so
or we
Oh.
can head out and ignore. It's
yeah,
up to you.
let's lock the door behind us and check with
What
them.
are you guys? What are you guys doing?
Confrontation is my specialty.
They're probably here to blow it up.
I feel like if they wanted to blow it up, they could have just done that while we were inside.
That's the thing, though, is I know that they're waiting for everyone to leave so that they can blow it up in secret.
what is with you and thinking that this place is going to be blown up? Please. This is an obsession of yours, and I am fascinated to find out why you are so jumpy about everything.
Come on, Argentum, don't yuck his yum. Maybe that's what he wanted.
I'm not
Maybe he
yucking
wants to
anybody's
explode.
yum. Just what
Zeph,
in the hells is going
Make
on?
a perception check,
Wait, who?
Zeph.
Oh.
Zephrael.
Okay.
Oh.
This is great.
This is something. This is a good laugh.
5.
Okay.
5.
All right. You guys are like having a little small argument with each other, trying to figure out what exactly you're gonna do. You don't really. You hear it before you feel it, and out of nowhere, a dagger comes from somewhere, and it's gonna roll to attack you. Let me see.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
You know what's so funny?
See?
joyous
Not being
day.
blown up.
You
Does
know
a
what's-
18 hit?
Yes, an 18 does hit.
Okay.
That is so funny.
Ooh.
You will take...
You're yelling at Zephrael, and then I get struck by a dagger. I wonder why I'm so paranoid. Start
You take
bleeding
8
out.
points of piercing damage. Are you okay?
Oh, die!
No.
I'm just like cough up a bunch of blood immediately. Okay.
Zephrael, what happened?
Can I try to follow the line of where the dagger might have come from to see if I can make out
Make
like
an
the
investigation
path of
check.
it? You got it,
If you would like to.
Yes, I would.
Sure. Okay.
You said
I
8?
said 9.
9. It could be coming from several directions. It could be coming from the crowd. It could be coming from inside the storage unit. It could be coming from where you guys came from around the outcropping. It could be coming from one of the rooftops. But there are several angles that leave you guys very exposed. That's one thing you take away from it. And remember, Kelly did tell you that it is dangerous to travel for you guys, period. Here. It's just dangerous, you guys. This kind of thing's gonna happen.
True.
So true, bestie.
Let's lock the doors behind us and.
I'm going to use all 10 points of my lay on hands immediately on my chest when I rip the dagger out. Does the dagger feel familiar in any way? Like the way it's made or carvings on it?
Oh yeah, this is an ebony dagger. This is a black steel dagger. This is something that is used in rituals for followers of Lolth. You see intricate like web patterns that would replace something. It kind of looks like Damascus steel, the way that it's webbed out like that. This is a very expensive dagger, but it is one that is not typically used in like combat.
I was gonna say.
Oh boy.
He struck me with a sacrificial dagger.
Looks expensive.
Wall's gonna like
tell me about that.
basically,
Well, if they're still there, attack.
I do not see anybody. There is no one around.
Hold on, you can't attack him in a crowd.
That's way too dangerous.
Are the hooded figures still there? I know one disappeared. Is the other
One
one
of
still
them
there?
is.
Oh, okay.
One still there? That's the one I'm saying
The
for
other one.
Wall to engage.
okay. Wall's gonna charge at the hooded figure.
Okay. How reckless are you with this?
He's gonna yell, "Get out of my way!" like to the crowd to
Fantastic.
part it.
The crowd. There's an orc. There's a gnome. There's a couple of domesticated goblins. There's some people in chains. They kind of part ways as they back out of the way to let the wall through. And he's just standing there staring at you. And he's got his hands in his robes. He's about 6'1". You can make out a very vague smile as you approach him. Do you attack him?
I'm gonna try and like grapple tackle him.
Okay. Make an attack.
Make an attack. Is it gonna be an unarmed attack?
Yeah, it would be an unarmed attack if you don't have your glaive out.
So it'll be a 1d6 plus.
We have to roll to attack.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
1d20 plus 6. Oh,
10.
yeah.
You go with all the fire and fervor that you have. You part the sea of people and you bound up full stride towards this purple-robed figure who smiles at you, and you reach out to grapple him, and you fall face first in the darkened alley that is behind him as you pass through him in a wisp of particulate. He's gone.
Is there anything like when I charged at him? Was there anything I could have seen like other than the smile?
Yeah, he had a very well manicured beard.
Well,
Kind of like fucking Mihawk. Very very well maintained beard.
what color was the facial hair?
Black.
Hmm.
The skin was rather pale, but that's all
So
you were
it is
able to
Mihawk.
gather as you're just it is
It is
Mihawk.
exactly Mihawk.
It is Mihawk.
Yeah, I got
His
it.
eyes were
Mihawk
orange
is trying to kill
swirls.
One
us.
Piece
You know?
is real, guys.
The One Piece.
You could feel
but yeah.
the 90 million berry bounty on his head.
You can also feel this Goliath fall to the ground as the wall misses his mark, a very rare occurrence.
Yeah, Wall's gonna like slam a fist down on the ground, like damn it, and he'll get up and
Hey Zeph, make another perception check. I'm so sorry.
I was literally
man.
waiting.
You guys are just standing here.
No, I was waiting for the scene to end so that I could.
Okay.
I will
If
rate
I
my
mean, if you would
roll
like to do something, you can. But
beforehand. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to ask Sunder to stay at my side and we're like say that we're moving and then start leaving, like following where Wall was walking into the group of people, and then ask Sunder, keep an eye out for the one that disappeared.
With pleasure. I got you. No worries.
okay, roll a perception check with advantage.
Sick.
I mean, look, if if they keep throwing daggers at you and you keep catching them, you can sell them for a fair price.
Did I just roll twice?
You did.
Yes, you
I
rolled
did.
twice. And
So
you
my
rolled very
first roll
well
was a
either
7,
time.
and my second roll was a 3. So I wonder why the blind person is getting such low perception rolls.
Huh.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on.
If they're coming, if they're trying to strike me from the back, I hope they hit Sunder instead.
Well, I mean,
There's a 16 hit.
Wait, let me check. Hold on. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe
Beats
it does.
beats it.
Wait, it's loading. It's loading. It's loading.
I don't think you're.
No,
Roger.
it definitely hits.
16 hits.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk with Sunder as you guys you notice that it's the mood in the immediate area has become rather grim, and you guys need to get out of here. And you realize this. You start to push your way into the crowd, and you feel a hand around your neck, Zeph. You just feel a hand around your neck, and you hear this tickling voice on the right ear. The brother arrives, and he is never late. And you feel a dagger pierce your lower back around where your kidney is. And this robed figure reveals themselves, and they walk backwards, and they run towards the cliff and jump off.
Do a flip!
You are going to take.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. 5 points of piercing damage.
And. Yes, yeah. And. Yes, and.
And 4 points of poison damage. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, DM.
Otherwise, be poisoned for the next hour.
Okay, DM. You hate me.
Okay,
You want me
DM.
to die.
I don't want you to
Okay,
die.
DM.
I rolled a 9.
A 9, and you are poisoned
Okay.
for until you you have a long rest.
So.
You have the poisoned status effects. You feel it
Before- yeah.
coursing through your veins, and you see it's kind of dire. You see Zeph's veins grow black in his neck and on their arms, and all the exposed skin they have goes pale. And how much health do you have, Zeph?
After the dagger hit, I have 6 points. 6 hit points left.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that just happened. He jumped off the cliff.
Was Sunder or I able to get a reaction after they left my
If you would like, yeah,
range?
you gotta say that,
Like
Zeph,
a-
but yeah,
Yeah, like an attack for opportunity attack. I forgot what it's called.
an opportunity attack. I mean, sure, Sunder, if you would like to try and
Sure.
hit this guy, you can.
I understand if I couldn't
No.
because
You were being
I was
stabbed.
surprised, but
See. I'll do like an unarmed strike on him.
Okay.
See. Do that.
What the hell? Oh,
A
nice.
22.
Our
Yeah,
first
as
high
he
roll in the first, the next 6 rolls.
Roll
I know.
roll damage.
Sorry.
Damage. Got to do bludgeoning.
Yeah, he goes and gets this cheap dagger sinking right into Zeph's kidney, and as you see it, he begins to uncloak. He was invisible, and you get a really solid haymaker across his chin. He grabs his chin, corrects it, and smiles at you guys, and then runs and jumps off the cliff.
Hit and run, you fucking coward! And I want to
the
pull
hell?
it out.
After a few seconds, you do hear a
What is going on?
Like the
So
sound
he
of them hitting
You hit the rocks. Oh,
You would
God.
imagine. I'm sorry, my onomatopoeias are bad, so I use
No,
sound effects with my mouth.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
I just call out to Wall and then start moving towards where we're wanting to go, and then cast Cure Wounds on myself if I can do all that.
Zephrael.
Of course,
Are you
the- at this-
coming?
Yes, we are. I just want to know, who you angered to have the whole assassin's bleed on your ass.
Likely followers of the old faith.
Possibly some of those who heard your speech.
Sure, whatever. Fuck them.
Oh,
Like-
that's right.
Sorry, I'm positing a theory.
Do
Yeah.
any of us know if the
Walk and
dagger was
talk.
poisoned?
Yeah, Wall's gonna pick up Zeph again and
Okay, so
we're
you guys
gonna
are moving,
move
yeah?
along, yeah.
Yeah, we're moving
Yeah.
along.
Okay, cool. The crowd
Make
has
one.
kind of come to a standstill. This isn't subtle. Like you know, Wall running through this crowd, this acolyte running up and stabbing Zeph in the back. It's kind of caused a little bit of a fuss. And you see, way far down, 300, 400 feet away, a few guards have been called towards this area. And you guys are walking and talking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You make your way through. It's not very hard to see where you need to go. Far Tower is a pretty obvious thing in the distance. It looks like it's going to take about 45 minutes of some traversal to get there. Is there anything you guys would like to do on the way? This obsidian tower stands on an outcropping, almost like a lighthouse, removed from the city proper. And that's what you can see from this distance. But if you guys would like to do anything on the way, it's going to take 45 minutes to get there. The ceremony begins in about 2 hours.
We can talk on the way, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. If you would like to.
So, I think it's probably wise if we get you like a disguise or something. I don't know. I feel like no one stabbed me and no one
Probably
stabbed
smart.
Argentum. Seems like they're only after you, between the three of us.
There's definitely a target on your back.
Like a hat on you, cloak, something.
Hat.
Just a hat, just like a gonzo nose.
God.
A pair of glasses.
Mustache.
Big nose.
There are,
move.
and this is the remember, this is one of the biggest trade hubs on the planet right now. So you can pretty much get whatever you want. It's like living in like New York City or Atlanta or Los Angeles. Anything you want can be gotten for the right price. It may be expensive, but like it's here in this city. So
We do have 4 pounds of silver bars now.
did you take it?
No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
What? I did not
No,
even
you
ask. I'll carry
don't.
it.
Yeah, he
sorry.
just said
I
you
don't
didn't
care.
do it.
You're joking.
You just
No.
Were you joking? I mean,
No, why would I joke about it?
I'll be
you
honest.
deliberately
whenever-
said you didn't take it.
That was Phoenix.
I said I didn't do
Okay.
anything.
All right, if you took it, then I guess that you guys have it. So you do have 4 pounds of silver trade bars. It is about 275 gold.
I read it down and everything.
Okay, all right, you got it. So you collectively you have about 275 gold.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind going fashion shopping, but we are on a time limit, so
Yeah, we could hit the shops afterwards, probably, like tomorrow. or
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's you're going to be meeting with Kelly at White's Rest tomorrow morning. If you guys are going to follow that plan, again, you guys are free to do whatever the hell you want, go wherever the hell you want.
I will be fine as long as I am near Wall.
Okay.
Would you... I mean, it's about a 45 minute walk. Do you want to be invisible for the trip there? I don't have an incredible amount of magic left for the day, but I can do that for you.
Maybe save
Or
your
an idea.
magic for when we're there.
Alright, I'm just
It might be
offering-
more
I-
useful for me to be invisible when I have to inspect the body.
Sure, if that's
Unless
what
one
you'd
of
like
you
to
want to
do.
do it.
I'm good.
I know.
Might
I'm
be a
allowed
good
to,
distraction
but-
since they're trying to kill me.
I would like to mention that
Yeah.
the part of town that we're going to is very old, very dilapidated. So be very careful because there's a lot there, a lot of magic in the air, a lot of magic everywhere, and it's really, really old.
I'm
We will walk
enticed
carefully.
to see it.
Hmm.
Speaking
Okay.
of magic, actually, do you? I'm poisoned. I don't know if you can tell.
You are poisoned. Effectively, it doesn't mean like damage over time or anything like that. I think it's just disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, right?
And ability
Yeah.
checks.
I'm correct.
Yeah.
And ability
And ability
checks.
checks.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. It's not debilitating, but it's definitely gonna. If you have to do some checks in the near future, it's definitely gonna influence that.
Hurt.
Does
I
it
mean, I
mess with
can
your ability
s-
checks?
Yep. You have
Yes.
disadvantage.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I can see that you're poisoned, but I mean, not
Oh, it's
much.
it's
I can
obvious.
Looks
Not
pretty cool,
much.
huh? Probably.
do. Honestly, is kind of a good look on you.
Feels like you got acid in your veins. Doesn't feel like a good look.
It's like I'm constantly having that reflex, acid reflex.
Had too much
Yeah.
tomato.
Too much tomato.
Oh, the
Too much
marinara
great tart.
hitting,
Oh.
brother. Jesus.
Look, I'm not 100% anymore. Is all I'm saying. So.
Yeah, and another thing is that like you're getting looks from passersby as well that like they kind of talked amongst themselves and they're saying things as they pass you guys. Some people are commenting on the fact that you were at the ceremony and you were the honored guest. Other people are commenting on the fact that Zeph looks like they're about to die. It's a mixed bag, but you are being noticed as you move. Because you aren't stealthing or anything. Just
Swallow
walk.
some baking soda, man. I don't know. You'll be fine.
I realize you're not in the best shape right now, Zephrael, but if you are going to be inspecting the body, there is something I can do to make the passage of information a little bit easier. Or if I notice anything. So, don't freak out. I'm going to speak telepathically into Zephrael's mind. So, Zeph, you will hear in your mind. So, as long as you stay relatively close to me, I can speak to you like this. You can speak back so long as we are close enough. You can respond to this.
Great, I say out loud.
Never mind. Never mind.
No.
Sorry, you to finish that thought, or you just like stop talking for a second?
Yeah, no, in my mind I'd say, got it. Well, I say out loud again. Maybe we should have some sort of plan. If I do die.
I doubt you're going to die, but we should find some way to heal you.
I was gonna say. I mean, these kind of things wear off. After a little walk, I'm sure you'll be fine by come tomorrow.
True.
So
But
Head to the- yeah, let's just head to the
We're gonna head
ceremony. Just-
to Far Tower.
go to the far
Yeah.
tower. Okay, cool. So no like shopping excursions yet. Okay, got it. You guys are helping Zeph along towards Far Tower. You're still you're getting your looks. And as you go, you notice there are shadows on the rooftops. You guys have seen a couple of these acolytes like pretty close. You're not sure what these things are, but you are being watched by a lot of different entities, whether it's people like walking past you or things perched on top of these rooftops. You are being tracked, and you guys are. It's very obvious, right? But it's almost as though you're being monitored. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes for you to get to the Far Tower area, and it's very impressive when you see it. It's perched pretty precariously on the edge of a very black, jagged cliff that's overlooking that North Sea. This big obsidian tower that is carved out. There's bits of it missing. Part of it is falling off. It's exposed on the inside. It's been relentlessly assaulted by the sea for centuries. It looked like though it was smooth at one point. It looked like this part of town might have been pretty nice. But the unforgiving ocean that carves away parts of buildings and things like that, it's subject to natural decay as well as like urban decay from lack of funding and like policing and things like that. As you get into it, you're the mood kind of shifts. There are many sparse people, right? That doesn't make any sense. It's sparse people. It goes from many people to sparse people just kind of milling about. There's people leaning against burnt out homes. There's animals running around. There's a couple of people that are trying to sell their wares, but it doesn't look like it's going very well. And everybody here looks armed. It takes about another 10 minutes for you to get through to Far Tower, but you guys are approached by somebody in brown leathers, studded leathers. He's got a long sword at his hip. It is a human male, looks like. He's got massive scars all over his face. And they look like they are weapon scars. It doesn't look like he was burned or anything like that. This looks like he was subject to somebody like stabbing him in the face a lot. Or, he got a big long sword slash to the face. It's gruesome. He's, parts of his eye are missing. He doesn't have a whole lot of medical attention that's been given to him. He looks rough. And he walks up to Sunder and says, you gotta pay the toll. Coffee up.
Toll.
The
Been here many a times. When was there a toll?
Since just now.
Oh, I see. You're one of those types.
He looks back at his buddies. There's like 3 people, similarly dressed, similarly fucked up, that are leaning against a burnt out house, a couple stories tall. Looks like it was once nice. And he looks to them, looks back at you guys, looks up at the wall, and he says, I'm willing to give you a discount. 50 gold.
So here's a question. Is there any possibility of us getting through here without a toll?
Is that you talking to the character, the guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, well, we do take favors.
So either way, we're gonna owe you.
You'll probably owe us something.
My apologies, my esteemed friends. We are needed further inside. We are guests, you see. And I would hate to keep, the higher-ups of the city waiting. So, if you wouldn't mind.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Guests. And you see 2 shadows from rooftops coming that look like they're armed with crossbows. I have guests too.
How many of them are in front of us?
To your right, there's no one in front of you but civilians. You have a couple of people at stalls that are just kind of sitting, looking a little depressed. And then to the right of you, you have those 3 other dudes that are armed. The one that has approached you, who seems a little bit bigger, and then the 2 on rooftops armed with crossbows.
Why was the Baron taken here?
Fuck if I know. I'm gonna lean over to Sunder and say, so this is a fight 10 out of 10 times, right?
Oh, it's definitely
Unless you give us the gold.
I think Sunder's gonna lead in. Trust me when I say it, mate. You don't want to do this. You're not gonna win this fight.
His smile he looks a little taken aback. It melts a little bit. Make a charisma check.
Charisma, that's you.
Get it, boy.
Actually, no, make an intimidation check. We'll make it a little more specific. Make an intimidation
You know
check.
what? All right, bet. Say fucking Les.
Intimidate him. Do it. Do your thing.
Oh,
I mean, could be.
The guy's
still good.
smile softens, and he looks at you, and then he looks at the wall, and
The wall's a plus
Okay.
5.
he looks at He looks at Sunder and he says, "We'll get you on your way out." And he walks backwards while like maintaining a gaze with you, and then when he gets to be about 10 feet away, he starts to walk faster towards his friends. And then he just begins to have a conversation with them. The crossbow guys on the roof start to back off, but they're still looking at you. This obviously hasn't been dealt with, but for now, you guys seem to be safe from the toll.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Only in
you guys,
close to Sunder. Just
I will have questions about that later. I hope you understand.
I'll gladly answer whatever you need.
Oh, I'm just curious. No trouble. Just interesting.
Huh.
as you guys move forward towards the Far Tower in the Far Tower district, it's cold here. You know, we're in the dead of winter, but in the city you would have full buildings blocking wind and gales and snow drifts and things like that. But here in Far Tower, it's barren. The wind is blowing through some of these homes. People start to shutter themselves in as it gets freezing. There's very meager fires. This place looks like it has been like defunded. It was once very nice, but and you press towards Far Tower itself, and you get to the door that is in front of it. It's not necessarily a door, just a carving hole. It's black on the inside, and there doesn't seem to be anybody around. It is dead here. There's not even any creatures. It's just the wind blowing. It's howling even up top as it goes through the tower. And yeah, there's nobody for about 200, 300 feet behind you. It seemed like as you were approaching, people were even like scared of you going to the tower, if that makes sense. They were intimidated by your balls.
So,
Huge balls.
does this feel like is it because we're early, or is this not in line with what the final ceremony should be like?
Oh, you know what the ceremony is.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. You want me to copy and paste it to you?
Yeah, sure.
the
That was
entire
my next
ceremony
question.
here.
Like, what could we expect about
Sure,
this? And
Sure.
how,
Let me
how I
grab
can,
it quickly. Hold on.
how I can finesse through it.
Me.
Listen,
For
guys, I've
that,
been thinking
there's-
on the way here, and this is a weird place to have this, no?
It is strange, isn't it?
Hmm.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
the only one that sees it, right? Middle of
Oh no, I've
nowhere.
been thinking it
kind of
since
a-
we approached,
Yeah.
but I think it is most likely due to the nature of how the Baron was killed.
I'm just making sure that
Certainly
all
makes
this is
sense to
correct
me.
before I send it to you.
But I'm also not all that familiar with Drow culture, so
Did you guys take that dagger, by the way?
oh,
The
totes.
one, which
Mm-hmm.
one? Sorry.
The one you got that got thrown at
black-
you.
The black
Yeah, I
steel-
have.
Blacksteel dagger.
I should have that one. Maybe not the poison one because he probably took it with him when he stabbed me. But I do
I
have.
think he just
that
left
one,
it
yeah.
in you, right?
Both of them.
Yeah, I think he just left it in you and left.
If he left both daggers in me, then yes, we have both daggers.
I mean,
Okay.
I hammered the shit
Sacrificial
out of him,
one
so-
and then the poison one. I didn't really ask about the poison one. I kind of assumed it was the same, but
Zeph has the
It's different.
stickiest
After getting
fingers in the
punched, no?
West, man.
I just sucks him up. All right, here you go. This is the ceremony. Sorry. Anyway, you know exactly what's gonna happen, and you are early. You're about 45 minutes early before the ritual starts. You guys want to take a break here? Want to take a brief,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
15 while you decide
Yeah.
what you're gonna do, and you can muse over the
How it
the
works.
ceremony. Yeah.
yeah, I love
Take
that.
5, take
Okay.
piss, take.
Yeah, we gotta take piss. So we'll take a short 5-10 minute break, and we will be right back. We're gonna get the BRB screen up, and yeah, it's gonna be great. We're back.
Blah.
You should watch the Don Bluth movie. We're back, a dinosaur story. It's actually really good. It's like the last good Don Bluth movie. IMHO. But we're back, a dinosaur story. Our party finds themselves at the foot of a 500 foot, something like that, give or take. You can't quite tell because it's been so abused by time. But it's a very, very tall obsidian tower. It's probably 75 to 100 feet in diameter. And you just see this black entrance and some stone stairs that are leading up to this vacuous, like void-like square of an entrance in the face of this tower. Behind you is the ruins of what once was probably a very prosperous part of town that has since fallen apart, and definitely fallen on hard times, and so have the people that make that area their home. But what would you like to do as you begin to approach the ritual area?
DM.
It's just like me.
What? Okay.
I have a question. I have a few questions actually.
Yeah.
Does it seem like this tower, like inside the tower, is the space, or is it just the area outside the tower is going to be this?
Inside the tower is probably where you guys need to go. And you feel the energy from this tower, Zeph. It is, again, this place is scarred by magic. This whole area is been molded over and crusted over by ancient arcane energies. This seems to be a fairly decently sized vein of arcane energy, this tower itself, but it's ritualistic. You feel like you feel motivated to enter this area. You feel welcomed by being here, despite the ruin around here. This kind of feels a little homey.
My other question was, those guys that approach for the toll, I couldn't see them, but do they kind of give off like mercenary vibe? Or
yes, they're very rough and tumble mercenaries that have fallen on hard times, ex-soldiers maybe. Maybe they have been ex-guardsmen that have been,
sure, okay,
discharged for something that they've done.
Then before we continue in, I broached the group. Still being carried by Wall, right? Wall and everyone. We do have quite a bit of bars. And the thought crossed my mind that maybe we could pay those toll trolls a little extra to keep a watch around here for those hooded figures that are out to cause a problem.
How
and
do you
many
know they're
problems.
not in cahoots?
I don't, but usually around here the way it works is whoever's stronger or got the most money is the one that they're gonna follow.
Yes, but if they see that we have bars of money...
We just give one bar.
No, I'm going to say no to this. I would rather hit them with magic before I show them how much money we have.
Where there's one bar, there's
with my
usually
fist.
more than one bar. No one
Exactly.
usually just has one singular bar. You at least gotta, match them with a few extra. 4, 16,
I'm like, I have gold, but I would... don't think that's a great idea, Zephrael. I understand your thinking. I just don't believe it would be the best course of action.
Well, that's fine. If I die, it's on you.
Okay.
You know what?
Whoa.
Certainly.
Start hitting with the
Certainly.
Pharaoh's
on
curse.
you. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Question.
Inside this tower is where the ritual sending the Baron
Yeah. So
off is going to take place.
It's gonna happen here, I guess. And
Would
Everybody hears very deep chanting, coming from maybe 9, 10 people about 200 feet away that slowly gets louder and louder. And you see this like black mass of people that are slowly following a group of robed acolytes, pretty far away so far. And this chanting is rhythmic, it's aggressive, it's pretty feral, but at the same time, it has this ceremonial aspect to it. It's tight and metered. And they're slowly approaching the tower with a floating body laying prone in between all of the acolytes. And it'll be about a minute before they get to where you are, because it looks like they're starting to move in your direction.
I think you should make me invisible, and I'll go in there and wait for them to put the body and start inspecting it during the ritual. Wait, no, that's a bad idea. I can't see.
Yes. I wasn't going to say anything. I would have just done it.
It's just
Wow.
chanting. It's louder. and
How
louder.
about you go in, and I'll tell you what to do with the mind thing.
Are the robed figures the same ones that we
Mine?
saw in the street? Like, do they have the same kind of robe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They look very similar. Same kind of like weave, very rustic, like almost linen.
Like a lanolin.
Like a lanolin.
Sheep's wool.
Yes, it seems quite luxurious for this purpose. Maybe ceremonial.
Do any of the? Can I tell if any of them have very Mihawk-esque facial hair under their robes?
Okay, yeah. Roll an investigation check.
Oh,
As you peer
bad
at
at this.
them from like 150 feet away. So
oh wow. Okay.
13. From this distance, it's very, very difficult to tell if any of them are like. You can't tell their features. Their hoods are up. It's kind of obscured by the shadow. The wind is blowing a little bit too, so it's hard to like not look and squint. You can't tell if they're
blowing and I'm
armed or-
hungry and like
You're hungry and your feet hurt and you just want to go home. But yeah, no, you can't quite tell. They all look fairly uniform too. There's no real features. They all look similar heights, similar builds. Can't quite tell like their gender or anything like that from this distance. They're about 150 feet away.
Hmm.
Once they bring his body inside and place him into the circle, where he will then be burned and not be here anymore. That's it. There's no more inspecting.
Okay.
So if we're going to make a call on being invisible and being in there before they go in there, now is the time. I think
How long does it last?
Invisibility.
A ritual?
an hour.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Unless you're asking about the ritual, then
It's getting closer and closer.
I was gonna say, I mean, you guys can do a mining thing. You know, you can. One of you should go in. Maybe not the blind one, but they can
Let
lead
me
you.
Double check this.
You see
Double-checking
them
this.
begin to. There was like an archway that kind of preceded the stairs that lead up to the far tower itself. You see a few of these acolytes begin to slowly make their way up the stairs through this archway, and you just see the clothing that Baron Edo is wearing draped and almost dragging against the ground. He's about 3 or 4 feet, but he's wearing robes with a tailcoat, all kinds of tassels and ribbons, some ceremonial, some dictating like statehood and diplomacy. There's all sort of ranks and pins on him and everything. As he starts to come into view, the remainder of these acolytes do, and the throng of people that have followed this procession stops at the gate, and they look like normal people. Just middle class, various species and races that have come to kind of see him off. And as they get closer to the tower, a few of them start to part ways and leave. It looks like maybe one or two of them are being approached by some of those mercenaries that you ran into. But these acolytes are standing in front of you now. So,
Do I get the
listen.
sense that like normal people have to stay out? Like, do you have to be dressed in robes to enter the tower with them? I assume you have to have something to offer if you're there, and have to take part in the chanting.
It's expected that you might have something to offer, but they don't really expect you guys to do it because you're more observers than participants.
Okay, so
If
we
you're
can
gonna-
kind of follow in behind them and just observe
You're allowed
without.
to be here.
Yeah, you're allowed to be here. You've
Yeah.
been invited to be here, as a matter of fact.
I just assumed you wanted to touch the body. Or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. The acolytes stand in front of you and kind of part you. That one comes up and moves you guys out of the way, and then stands.
Like a public nuisance.
Yeah.
So you meant like
Stands,
part us like they cut us in half.
No, God! They cleave you in twain.
They punch you hamburger style.
Hamburger or hot dog. They gesticulate towards the remaining acolytes, and they give a very deep bow. As the head acolyte, nothing distinguishing about him, but he's leading the way, goes into is consumed by the darkness inside there, and a few of the acolytes, as well as the body itself that's floating. You feel and hear a very low hum as this body is like levitated up across the rocks, over the stairs, and into the darkness. Every acolyte is consumed. You guys want to do something?
Ooh.
I'm going to follow them in. I just heard that we all follow them
Yeah.
in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just act like normal
first.
people, guys.
I'll let Wall lead on my front and pull Sunder at the back if they allow, just so I'm
Sure.
got like
So
a
Wall's going
front and
first?
back shield.
Wall's going first.
All right, Wall's going
Beefcake
first.
sandwich.
You feel this misty particulate of darkness, this black mist overtake your senses, and for just a second, you can't get a breath. But then you're pushed out to the other side of this tower, and on the inside, it looks manicured, maintained. It's almost astounding how this is compared to the outside. There's beds, there are couches, there's a very ornate rug, there's a roaring fire going in the distance, and there seems to be a circle with runes that the acolytes have already begun to lay down the body on the circle itself. This room itself is probably maybe 20 feet tall. There are stairs to your right that kind of go up around inside the tower, but the innards of this tower look to be fantastic. It's like a manor house in here. It's very ornate. There's like oak furniture and everything. It's very, very well maintained.
Don't judge a book by its cover, I guess.
The acolytes lay the body down in this circle with the runes surrounding it. One of them, well, not one of them. All of them assume a position on the outside of the circle, and the head acolyte snaps his fingers, and they're all gone.
Is it like was it the same kind of effect that the dude in the crowd disappeared with?
Yeah.
Okay.
A similar effect.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
just gonna watch
to-
so far.
Yeah, kind of looking to Ray, just very quietly. Just
How does this?
Ray, what languages do you speak? Sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
That's all right. How does this sort of thing work? These rituals.
Well, body of the deceased, as you can see here, is placed And next, Lolth is invoked by a cleric, or I guess this head acolyte. But I don't. Do they usually all disappear like all these presences?
What languages do you speak?
Right. I do speak Abyssal and
Speak
Common.
Abyssal? Okay, good. You feel the runes' power lifting from in front of you. You can't see the runes, you can't read the runes, but you feel the runes' power. And it looks like this place has been enchanted with a teleportation circle.
Okay.
nobody
Nobody
else
else
knows
can.
this.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
What would you say? Sorry, I didn't hear the whole question.
Does everyone notice that it's like they just all teleported away? Like there's a teleportation circle here?
Oh yeah, they're gone. Like you see them just like pieced out. But you're the only one that knows like they're not invisible. They're not like in the they're on another plane.
gone.
They've been teleported. They're gone. They've been teleported. You know the source of this.
Okay, it's all right. And every single one of them, including the body of the Baron,
All
teleported?
gone. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused with what's going on here. I'll be honest.
Me too. That's not what usually would happen, correct?
So that was the in character.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's not. This isn't the ritual.
Oh, I thought we were watching this ritual happen.
Me too. I'm lost.
One guy who doesn't know what's going on, and one guy who's blind. This is our crew is.
All right. So
And the guy who's blind has all the information.
Yeah, they as from what I know, they're supposed to do a ritual here, but they are all gone. I don't think teleportation away is part of the ritual, and there is we are standing in a teleportation circle.
So this isn't the ritual.
Are you
Maybe we
standing in the
can-
teleportation circle?
Wait, yeah, are we?
Oh, I mean, I thought we followed them behind, so yeah.
Okay, so if you're standing in the teleportation circle, you definitely feel the runes underneath of your feet. There is a power that begins to thrum from the stone itself.
Can we use
stones
it too
underneath
to
are
follow?
vibrating.
Can we teleport?
Yeah, can we use it too to follow him? I kicked the rock.
You gotta try it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I want to
Zeph-
teleport away. Did they just like take it?
Zev, can you advise us, please? What's going on here? Like, they left us to just stand here and do nothing. Like, what's
Everyone
going on?
stand in the teleportation circle that we all feel in the room, or that I feel in
Wall's
this
gonna
room.
do that.
What?
Yeah?
Okay.
The runes on the ground.
Some more
You all-
information would be helpful, but sure, yes.
And this is safe.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find
Doubtful.
out, won't we?
You're the ceremony guy. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, this isn't in the ceremony.
We all stand in the teleportation.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
In the teleportation circle, you feel a pull at your the back of your neck as you guys lightly lift off the ground, and you're enveloped in blackness. You can't see anything for a couple of seconds, and it feels like you're falling. But
This is Ubisoft
After
game.
about-
Next map is loading.
after 5 to 7 seconds, you appear, and there is a howling gale. You look out in front of you, and you are in.
Do we just get Doctor Strange?
You are here.
Welcome to the multiverse.
So we got TP to the top of a mountain by ourselves, like through a circle.
There you go.
Cool.
So
Wow.
you look out, and you see to your left, right, and center smaller spires of black obsidian. And you look out, and you can see the Great North Sea. To your left, or to your east, you can see the spine of Lolth in the distance, clear as day. It looks like you guys have been teleported to the top of this tower. There are several people here, the acolytes, and it's easy to see. Argentum, you have seen these faces several times. The council members are here, every single one of them. They are all lined up to the left, right next to you guys. Tyrael is here among them as well.
This feels more
And
familiar.
As you look at him, he kind of smiles at you guys as though it's like he's saying he finally made it. I'm glad you got here, kind of thing. And the chanting, which as you were teleported here, was continuing, suddenly stops. And Tyrael gestures for you guys to come over towards him.
We
Our
should.
gentleman will do so.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys get
This
together,
is
Tyrael leans over. Go
a
ahead.
little bit more official. Yeah, seems like the right place.
Tyrael
gonna
leans
go
towards
ahead.
you guys
Yep.
and says, "Thank you for coming. I honestly didn't think you would."
I'll be honest, I didn't know how to get here, but I guess fate led us here.
We got a little hung
Yes.
up at the teleportation, but of course we'd be here.
Thank you. If you would like to observe with me, that would be fantastic.
Certainly.
Oh, it's starting. And the ritual begins. The body is brought from the teleportation circle, just the outside of the teleportation circle, levitated up, and then moved over toward this like plinth that is in the far distance, just on top of this set of stairs in this flattened area of black obsidian. It's kind of nestled in the back there. The shrine feels homey to you, Zeph, but to everybody else, it looks a little sinister. These outcroppings of rock that kind of pierce through the ground almost invoke spiders' legs or fangs or something that's insidious and malevolent. But Zeph, it feels welcoming to you. There is actually even like web up here that is covered in ice and snow against all the walls. There is that altar that is like of polished obsidian. It is surrounded by intricate carvings in abyssal, and they depict many facets of Lolth's like majesty and cruelty, and it feels. The air feels very heavy here. There's a presence here that wasn't on the ground, that wasn't in the caverns. It really feels like you guys are being watched heavily, under massive scrutiny. The air is like every now and again pierced by the echoes of their chants, as though they have been bouncing off of the air themselves and then thrown back into the circle as the wind begins to slow down and concentrate the direction towards the acolytes. Their robes begin to ripple and vibrate. And the ceremony begins. The circle has been created, and each acolyte takes from their robe a dark crystal that's like purple. It's a little translucent and almost shiny on the inside. They place each crystal at key positions in the circle of this ritual, and you see energy begin to spark from each of the crystals as it connects with the runes and forms a circle itself that all of the acolytes stand inside of. The drow is, placed on the slab, the black marble slab that's there. Edo looks kind of at peace. He has his ceremonial robes on. Zeph, you would know exactly what those look like. It's this purple wound almost around, this purple fabric is wound around the person. And then the cleric themselves, the warlock, the lead acolyte, begins to invoke scripture in Abyssal as he speaks aloud. And you start to understand this. Zeph, you can hear these ancient hymns. You can hear these verses, and it's a plea, right? It's almost as though this acolyte is begging Lolth to come and usher the soul towards the nine hells. He's describing an assurance of allegiance, even in the afterlife, assurance of allegiance, coming back whenever they are needed, kind of thing. And then the wind begins to die down a little bit, gets a little bit more calm. The energy that has sparked has sort of lessened, and the vibrations in the ground that you feel lower and the robes stop swirling as violently. Is there anything anybody would like to do right now? We are at part 2 of the ritual.
Just during the ritual, Argentum will not be so much watching what's happening to Edo, but more watching the council members, seeing like looking for any twitches of the brow, anything that like might seem off, any like strange behavior.
Make an insight check.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's a 14.
A 14. Okay, let me check the notes here.
My question is Argentum and I still mind linked?
That would have worn off because it lasts just for an hour, but coming in here, depending on what happens with this insight roll, baby, I'll let you know if I be mind linked with you, boo-boo.
Sure.
Okay, so you got a 14. Everyone seems on their face fairly stoic. There's no tells. There's nothing that's giving anybody away. Nobody's sweating profusely. There's no twitches of the brow. However, the young, blonde, short-haired drow with his bangs hanging in his face. He looks stoic on his face, but you can see the tendons in his arm tense around something in his hand. Or something on his knuckles. He kind of flexes them, and then almost like a nervous tick, he is flexing and clenching this fist over and over and over again. His face looks fine, but there's nervous energy coming from Ken Magane.
All right. Seeing that, Argentum will link their mind to Zephrael once more. And they will say in their head,
The young drow. Their hand is twitching around something. Not sure what their problem is, but they were on the list of people.
The list of people that are suspects to have killed him?
Yes.
You also notice, Argentum, that May, who is the older drow with a very wrinkly face, a high white-haired ponytail, very serious, she is unfazed by all of this. And the one person who is not looking at the ritual at all, and instead is looking directly at the wall and has been since they teleported to the top of this tower, is the Heart. This massive half-Goliath woman. They have been standing there the entire time. They have a massive greatsword on their back. They are clad in this like purple metal armor. It's really quite a sight to be seen. But it looks like this is ceremonial armor. It doesn't look like it would be. The wall would know. It doesn't look like this is used in combat very often. And you remember that she is the executioner of this city. But the sheriff you can't quite see from where you are, Argentum, because you guys are standing in a line and without making huge moves of your own body and like looking around and like actively like taking a lot of things in, you can't quite see her at all.
So telepathically I say, I'll be honest, I don't know if there is a good opportunity upcoming to get close to the Baron's body at all. Next stop, I believe, if the gateway to the Nine Hells has been prepared and Loth has already been plead to, that's where those chants were. This officiant, this cleric, they'll bring the offerings to the deities of the underworld. And then after is the flames.
And as you're describing this, so it happens. The officiant themselves goes back underneath of the marble slab and starts to pull out unguents and potions and very fine silk, like spider silk, There is a black dagger that is placed on and around the body. These are kind of offerings that are placed around Baron Edo as echoes of things that he has done, places he has been, people he has interacted with in his life. And there is a piece of black parchment, drow-drawn vellum, that you would know immediately because you have some in your pocket, Argentum. This black parchment, the dagger is taken from the plinth, and it gets carved into. It's cut open, and there is a square that is cut and a rune that is drawn in the middle, and that is almost like a stencil that is placed on Baron Edo's face, and then it evaporates in black flame. This, and you would know this, Zeph, is the soul's release from the body. So the soul itself, this black flame, starts to hover over Baron Edo. Is there anything anybody wants to do until the next step?
I want to look around and see if I can find anybody again with the Mihawk facial hair.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Use the.
Ah, damn!
Nat 20.
Let's go,
Oh,
boy.
Jesus.
Let's go. So, you do see them, and
shit.
it is quite difficult between the flecks of black flame shadow that are kind of almost engulfing Baron Edo as he is being consumed into the underworld. You see that same wily smile from the officiant who is currently orchestrating the entire thing. The manicured facial hair is there, and he is still smiling.
Wall's gonna lean close to Argentum and whisper to them.
The one leading the ceremony. He is the one that I tried to tackle in the crowd.
The one who stabbed Zephrael?
I believe so.
The next part. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, in my mind too, Zeph, just very quickly, just.
Hey, this guy's
Hey, dude, you'll never guess
Hey,
what
buddy,
Wall just told
you'll
me.
never guess fucking what.
So two things very quickly, because we need to act fast. One, the person who stabbed you is here, and two, they are the one leading the ceremony. So, well, technically three things, I suppose. What would happen if someone tampered with this sort of ceremony? How bad could things get?
Damn, what would happen if someone interrupted the ceremony? Would
if
I know?
somebody interrupted the ceremony, you've never seen it happen. You're not entirely sure because every ceremony that you've had, it's like that's like saying, hey, what happens if a guy comes into a church during communion and just starts like running around naked? It's like, I don't know. It's never happened to me before. Probably nothing good. But you don't know exactly what would happen because what you do know is, okay, let's go to Whispers really quick.
Me and you?
Me and you, yeah. You and me, Zeph. All right, you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the show so far.
So I have an idea.
So
And
I
it's
don't
chaos.
like the ideas that are happening in the heads of my party.
Are we
members.
about to get a
Oh,
little
boy.
silly?
We about to cause a stir?
I'm feeling a little wily, but it depends what Zeph is gonna tell me.
a little jokesy.
Ooh, okay.
Listen, guys.
I have
this,
some ideas.
This can only end one of two ways.
One of them
badly.
being a fight.
Murder.
And I'm ready.
Oh God.
Oh, this is
There's a
gonna
lot
be
of people
fun.
here. There's a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm. I really
Hey.
don't want to paint the target on my back, because
I was gonna say, I feel like the numbers are not really in our favor.
No, not at
We're
all.
also
We
like
could-
on the top of a tower.
Starting an international incident on, episode 3 is probably the best way this could go.
Mom, turn on the
Wasn't
TV.
on
I'm
my
on the
checklist,
news.
but it's there now.
I'm on the news, Mom.
Oh my goodness.
God.
So,
So
started a fight.
no.
Ruined a funeral.
it'll make a great story.
A fantastic story.
My parents will be so proud.
Mine as well. But probably for different reasons.
like, I
Oh,
was being
boy.
sarcastic, but you know.
Also, while we're not breaking, but
Well, we vibing.
yeah, we're vibing. The
Mhm.
new setup looks pretty sick.
Oh, it's
it
so
does.
sick.
Yeah, I
I
really
love
like
it
it.
so
Oh,
much.
cool.
Yeah, man. With the models, I'm like, oh, thank God they can see our models moving and shit. Not wasteful,
Yeah, they can see my model moving too.
Yeah,
You moving and
Your-
schmoving.
your
Listen,
model
you
is very
shoulda
expressive.
used the frog.
Yeah,
The
you should use the
frog.
frog.
It's a frog.
The frog.
Now you have to.
I mean,
Love the
I'll think
frog.
about it. I'll think
you-
about it.
With more
Gotta.
coming on the way, says Nate. Oh boy.
Ooh,
I need to make sure
Ooh.
my
All right,
cats aren't
Nate.
fucking with my resin tent. I'll be back.
guys, shout out to Nate. Be cooking. Nate the
Listen,
cook.
The cats just want to eat the resin. It's fine.
Nate the
The
chef.
cats are allowed a snack. Nate the chef.
Nate,
Yeah, man.
chef.
They're cooking.
This guy be cooking. Prage.
Prage.
Prage emoji.
All right, I'm back.
Nice. W Nate. W arrows. W team.
W party.
www.
World Wide Web dot.
.com. www.worldwideweb.com.
Yeah, man.
Online.com.
Internet.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're discussing some,
Lore.
yeah. Guys having a whole court episode.
Oh, is this
discussing
Judge
legality.
Judy? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's Judge Judy.
So Zeph wasn't paying a fine. Oh, they're
All
back.
right.
They're back.
We're back.
What's the last thing Argentum said to me?
I asked you what would happen if the ritual was tampered with.
Don't make such funny jokes. This ritual is a plea to Loth, who in some way or form, I say all in my brain, is taking the Baron to under her wing, into her service. We interrupt, she'll kill us. Probably.
Oh, I wasn't saying we are going to interrupt. I'm assuming the fellow who stabbed you is probably doing something nefarious, and it might be best to stop him, but that's just my opinion.
Well, I don't think he's any more powerful than Loth, who this is all for anyways. My advice here is we will definitely confront them and keep our eyes out for them doing anything. If they're planning something, we'll be ready, because we notice. But I would wait until the ceremony is complete before engaging.
All right, I'll follow your lead.
Okay. All right. So, the ritual then continues as you guys kind of are starting to let it happen. All of the acolytes begin a low chant once more, again in abyssal, and you understand this, Zeph, to be the welcome, right? They are essentially giving her all sorts of praise as Lolth enters the area in some way. Lolth is beginning to inhabit this, the top of this tower. It is that they're putting on all sorts of airs. It is quite cordial and polite and professional, with as aggressive as abyssal sounds spoken. It's, again, this is very cut and dry and ceremonial and very bouncy and very rhythmic. And the chant begins to grow in intensity over the next 30 to 45 seconds. Tyrael looks uncomfortable, visibly, and it's not he's not hiding it or anything like that. He's fidgeting in his pocket. He's looking at the acolytes and then back to you guys and then back to the acolytes and Baron Edo, and he looks very nervous. And let's see what's next. Sorry. Okay, cool. That is the fourth step. Things begin to die down once more. And Zeph, you know that this is the final step. What's going to happen next is the end of this ritual. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
I'm gonna look around to see, like, I just want to gauge the reactions of everybody, because I'm kind of like confused at what's going on. So I'm just gonna try to see if other people are either also equally as confused as me, or if they like know what's going on. This is normal. This
Sure.
is not normal.
Make an insight check.
Cool. Roll. Me when I roll.
Get a point.
Insight
Face
check.
when I roll.
When you fucking roll.
Roll a 10. Okay.
10.
Limp Bizkit song.
Even in your limited knowledge of the religious and the spiritual and ceremonial, you feel something moving you. Like it's a little emotional. It's there is a presence here that feels big, right? It's like, again, like
yeah.
going into a cathedral or like going into St. Peter's Basilica. You just feel this like, wow, this is impressive. This is like thousands of years of knowledge and magics and interactions and familial relations and all sorts of stuff. So it is very impressive. You have no idea what's going on, but it's very impressive. And you've never really seen magic like this before in front of you. As to who is nervous or who doesn't know what's going on, Tyrael looks a little out of sorts. The half Goliath woman, the heart, looks stoic. Looks like none of this is really affecting her at all. But everybody else seems to be very respectful of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the gist of what you get. You can't get too much like
And
thought
Tyrell's
pattern
pretty-
or anything like that. But
Tyrell's pretty close to us then.
yeah, Tyrael's like right next to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I like just turn over to Tyrell and just whisper to him?
sure.
So, listen, buddy. I don't really know what's going on, but this is all going like well, right?
Yes, it's going according to plan, at least to my knowledge.
All right, just checking in, just making sure I'm, never
He fiddles
really
with his rings and other accoutrements on him, and he like pats himself down and stands up straight.
anything of this scale before.
What'd you say?
As I said, I've never really seen anything of this scale before, so I'm just, checking in, making sure. But everything's good, yeah?
Yes,
All right.
everything is fine. And you see him start to tear up as he is pushing back emotions because it seems like this is his uncle that is dying and going away forever. So this is him saying goodbye, and he can't really do anything. He's already said his verbal goodbyes, so this is him just kind of grinning and bearing it and taking this ritual on the chin.
I feel so sad for him. And telepathically, may I?
We would still be linked.
That person that's on the list. You said they were. They looked like they were clenching. Can you tell if it's because of pain, like they were punched by Sunder,
What?
or fell? The person.
Oh yeah, Sunder did punch him.
Mm-hmm.
Punch one of them.
My question is, does it look like they were the ones that were also staring at us at the crates?
Do they seem familiar in that sense?
Make another insight check.
You got it, baby. That's a 15.
It's a 15. This looks to be a completely different person. You saw the one that stabbed Zeph and then ran off the cliff after getting punched by Sunder was in blue robes. This one is in those regal purple gowns.
Gotcha.
No, this seems to be a different person. But the young drow man, Ken, I believe, he seems to be clenching something in his pocket.
The ritual continues, unless anybody would like to do anything else.
I'm good.
Something quietly,
I'm
but
done.
they won't like it.
Going once. Going twice.
Sold to the man in
The
the.
chanting concludes, and the officiant removes his hood, and you see a very striking visage as the form begins to fade. What once looked like a human with well-manicured facial hair, it peels down. Even the gown itself begins to peel off and reveal very pale skin, fiery red hair that seems to move on its own, independent of any wind or snow or ice. A black suit forms on this person with regal golden pauldrons on either side, and they start to grow 2, 3, 4 feet taller than the human that was in that robe.
Let's say 4 feet taller.
4 feet taller. Currently, this humanoid is about 10.5 feet tall.
Brother?
You have no idea. He begins to speak. Come out, mother. I know you're here. We've brought you here. And shadows on either side of you guys peel towards the center of this ritual circle, the teleportation circle. The shadows begin to manifest themselves in this corporeal form, but just shadows. You see these piercing, coal-like pupils from the eyes, what would be the eyes of this humanoid dusk entity, and it begins to speak. How did you escape? I have kept you under lock and key for centuries. Mother, why did you lock me away? You know well why I locked you away. And it begins to move towards this, taller, almost demonic-looking entity. Zeph, you know exactly who this person is. You have seen this person depicted on reliefs and tapestries and in your dreams and in holy books and riddles and chants, and he is referenced in all sorts of lore that goes back thousands of years. This is Veyrun, the son of Lolth. That's what we're going to call tonight.
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
So fucked right now.
What?
Oh.
Somebody stop him!
I don't think we can stop him.
Thank God we didn't act, dude.
I just want to point out that Wall tried to tackle a fucking demigod or something.
Yeah,
You
just like,
tried to
Jesus Christ.
I can
Holy
take him.
shit. Dude, I almost threw a dagger at him.
Listen,
Oh
I
Oh my
was
God.
I was prepping to writ seizure this boy this whole time. I'm
I
like,
was ready to
Zeph,
beat some ass.
I'm
I was so
following.
ready.
I'm
Hey,
so
You don't know. There's still next week.
You're right.
I mean, Wall's
But
still
the
ready to beat
God.
his ass, but
I'm about to punch a demigod in the mouth.
I'm gonna punch the demigod right in the fucking
Guys, we're
jaw.
level 2.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I
Level
think
2.
I think we lose this one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
We're gonna have to bargain.
There was a lot that was just explained. I like how you said, "Oh,
Yeah.
brother." I'm like, yeah, you have no clue.
As soon as you said you have no clothes like that, oh my God, we are in trouble. We are
fuck.
so in trouble.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We
it's
ball?
gonna be great. That's great.
Fuck.
I can't wait
Fuck
to
it, we wall.
Fuck it, we wall. Charges
Oh,
Veyrun.
And just
Fine,
before
use
you,
me
before
as an improvised weapon. It's fine.
Lolt's response, was that like a disembodied voice?
Oh, there was no. I mean,
There's no like.
from what where the game is done, but from what you saw, like this was just a suggestion of Lolth that is here, right? This is actually Veyrun, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Lolth is just like it's whatever,
Why does he want me dead? This isn't fair. I don't want the enemy of a god. Okay.
Heckin' DM, for sake of my notes, how do you spell his name?
Veyrun. VHAERAUN.
Not what I expected. There's an H in there?
Yeah,
There's two
Veyron.
H's in
It's
there.
fantasy. Of course, there's H's.
Thanks, BB.
You're welcome.
I said his
I
name
got a
last
new
session too.
notebook.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
true.
Like physical notebook. That's cool.
Yeah, that's how I like to take my notes. It keeps me attentive.
That's so good. I'm glad we get like a week now to kind of figure out how we're gonna get out of
Yeah,
here.
I figured.
gonna kill this
is
guy.
very- I love putting like this was the end of like arc 1. I imagine. I love putting players in situations where it's just like if you fuck up, you fuck up hard. So you guys are smart enough to get yourselves out of this. I think.
We were almost so bad.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
almost the two of us almost attacked the god today. 3 of us actually. Unknowingly,
Yeah.
sure.
I
but
almost
Dude, I
did it
could've
during
punched
the
it.
ritual. I'm gonna be so real with you. I almost
that whisper
it was
room
like-
saved us because I almost stood up and threw the dagger at him. I'm telling you right now.
I told
I
when we were in
would've-
when we were in Whispers, I was like, dude, you can do whatever the hell you want. However,
But
I'm gonna
dude,
start thinking of a backup
consequences.
character.
Consider the
dude.
following.
It's like you can do whatever you want, but start writing up a new character.
yeah.
So real.
Oh
All right,
man.
everybody,
know.
let's roll our characters on the week off.
Oh,
Veyron casts fireball at the top of a tower. The end.
It's fine. When I
I'll
just
be playing
We all just
Margentum
blow up.
Schmillis.
Let's go.
But yeah, I'm glad that worked out. I was worried you guys wouldn't get
Mhm.
here. The old problem of having a door being the worst thing. You know, the teleportation circle was a bit of a speed bump for you guys, huh?
Yeah.
I felt
I'm
so
so sorry.
embarrassed. I feel like I was supposed
No,
to
it's
know.
okay. It's probably my fault. I should have given you guys more information. That's my bad.
It's cool.
Everybody was looking at me like,
Listen, how'd you know shit?
what do you want from me? They disappeared.
I want you to tell me what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
I don't know
Listen
what's
here.
going
Now
on
we
here.
have
Really?
our
This
Our
ongoing bit of no one
antagonist.
explaining to Zeph what's happening, and Zeph is being blind and not knowing what's happening, and then
It's
So
so
Zeph
funny.
knows everything but can't see shit. I can
Yeah,
take
for a
in no
second
new
there,
information.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, where are they? Are they still here? I wasn't in character.
I
mode.
mean, you don't have to see to know that this guy is here. Like,
Oh yeah, that presence is strong.
yeah.
That presence, and he was like, "Mommy."
He's like,
And you're like,
weird.
Mummy.
mummy.
Okay.
I took my day off to watch like a familial dispute. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's all Drow is. It's just mom stabbing kids in the back and shit. It's
Yep.
it's crazy.
It's mommy issues the culture.
It is mommy issues the race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Until next time.
Until next time, we're gonna go find a friendo Dorado. Let's see who
Friend
is
of Dorado.
friendo
Friendo
Dorado.
Dorado.
Friend of Tomato.
Friend of
So
tomatoes.
Grizz,
Tomato.
The thing
Yeah.
I put in the VC chat, is that about accurate for Zeph?
Let me look.
I'm
What would you
heartburn.
put?
Let's see.
It says, "I don't know. I'm stupid and gay."
That's amazing.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna give that much info about my character.
That's
Oh,
great.
shit.
Where'd you find
let's
that?
see.
Like perfect picture of me.
I had this made like months ago. I was like, bro, this is just encapsulating me as a person, and I love it. Like, I don't know shit, man.
Oh
I'm
wait,
just
I have
stupid and gay.
this is in just so we know, we clear in chat can know this too. That's actually Veyron and Loth. This is where we're starting to actually like lean into Forbidden or Forgotten Realms stuff. So all of this stuff is like
Ooh.
canon.
Yeah, you
and
can
actually,
go
like,
on the
ancient
internet
lore.
and find it.
Let me
If
see
you
if I
so
can find an
choose.
actual. I have a couple of pictures of him actually. This one is the one I've been using to.
10-foot tall
Copy.
guy, red hair, black suit.
I'll put it in.
Gold
Easy
pauldrons.
chat.
Oh, he's hot. Hello.
He's hot in what?
He's also very angry. He's an angry
Shit,
boy.
I can fix him.
I don't
So
know.
his eyes are like 4 inches apart.
No, I would.
Anyway,
I was gonna
I could
say
kill
this is
him.
like
I could
he-
take him.
he'd
Yeah,
be
walk
looking
walk
like
body. I
the-
mean, yeah, sure.
You know,
4 inches apart. It's fine. It's just the
Dude.
middle half is a target. It's fine.
his eyes be looking like you know the sloth guy from Ice Age.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I was
The last
thinking.
loves
dandelion of
it.
this
Nah.
season.
He looks like
Mother,
the
why
forgotten
did you
X-Man.
lock me away.
Yeah, he looks like an X-Man.
Cyclops?
Okay, all right.
Is
I'm gonna
that
initiate
you?
this raid. So we're gonna talk to chat a little bit, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time, all my players. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for the
Thank
host.
you.
Thank you
welcome.
for being an
Such a
amazing
you.
DM.
All
Thanks.
good. And thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
All 2.5 hours of it. I really do appreciate you. Come back next week where we're gonna pick up where this left off. There's a lot that's gonna happen. It's a high action moment. Today was a little bit of a, RP and some character interactions, but this is next session's where the rubber is really gonna meet the road for this entire campaign. So what you guys do next is probably gonna shape the next few months.
Let's go.
Fucking.
So get excited.
Oh, I am.
We're
excited.
gonna remember, guys. Please be excellent to everyone you meet because everyone's
Yep.
fighting a hard battle, and sometimes you can't see it. I love you guys. We're gonna raid my friend Rinrin, who their favorite game is Dying Light 2, which is not why they're my friend.
Wow.
But
Okay. All right, buddy.
they're a VTuber friend of mine. But everybody say good night. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Good night. Good night.